When the January transfer window first opened, it was clear Edu and Arteta had one thing in mind. Arsenal needs to first offload players in order to trim down the squad and get certain players' wages off the books. 3 whole weeks later, and Arsenal have done just that. This January, Arsenal have parted ways with Sead Kolasinac, Socrates, and none other than Mesut Ozil. With Shkodran Mustafi's and David Luiz's contracts set to expire at the end of the season, it must be said that Arsenal have done an excellent job trimming down their wage bill. Now, with all this in mind, Edu and Arteta can move on to the harder part of this January window, finding a creative midfielder. Finding players in the January transfer window is no easy task. Arsenal's search for creativity may require them to be creative. While Emile Smith-Rowe has performed excellently in recent weeks, at 20 years of age, it is unfair to put too much pressure on him to consistently produce in that attacking midfield role. So, with that being said, who are the players Arsenal are targeting, and which of those players should they focus on? Option 1. Julian Brandt. As reported by The Athletic at the beginning of the January transfer window, Arsenal had some interest in signing Julian Brandt from Borussia Dortmund. The German international is strong in possession, and like Smith-Rowe, he has the capacity to make runs in behind. In fact, at Dortmund, there have been occasions where the 24-year-old has been deployed as a centre forward. However, with that being said, much of Brandt's best football has been played as a number 8. If Arsenal were to sign the German, he would immediately provide Arteta with a range of tactical options. Brandt can play alongside Partey and Xhaka in a 4-3-3 formation, or in that number 10 role in Arsenal's current 4-2-3-1 formation. The challenge when it comes to signing Brandt is his availability. It has been only 18 months since he joined Borussia Dortmund, and with the contract running until 2024, the club are under no pressure to sell the youngster. We must remember, Arsenal just recently had to take out a £120 million loan from the Bank of England to help with cash flow. So let's be honest, the club are most definitely operating under certain budget constraints. Keep an eye out for Brandt's name in future transfer windows. I have no doubt that Arsenal will continue to monitor his situation at Dortmund. As for this window, however, I highly doubt Arsenal would be able to put together a move for the German. He's too expensive, and perhaps it's too early for both parties. Option 2. Emiliano Buendia. Buendia's name has been at the forefront of discussions this transfer window. As reported by Fabrizio Romano, Buendia does feature in Arsenal's list of potential targets. In my last video about the transfer window, I depicted why I thought the Argentine should be the player Arsenal eventually sign. If you want to see more analysis on Buendia, go check that video out. Unfortunately, there are 2 major factors against this move happening in January. Firstly, Norwich are in the middle of a promotion push, so it is understandable they would be heavily against the idea of selling their best player halfway through the season. Secondly, while Buendia does have the potential to play in that number 10 role, he currently plays much of his football drifting infield off the right flank, an area where Arsenal are already well stocked, with Bukayo Saka, Willian, and Nicolas Pepe. In Willian and Pepe, Arsenal have 2 very expensive problems, who have yet to perform to the best of their abilities in the red and white of Arsenal. Edu and Arteta may need to deal with Willian and Pepe before they revisit the idea of bringing in Buendia. All in all, while the idea of signing Buendia is one that I like very much, logistically, it may need to wait till the summer window. Option 3. Ryan Christie. Another player Arsenal were briefly linked with this window was Ryan Christie. Although Celtic has struggled this season by their own standards, Christie has proven to be a strong attacking threat. The 25-year-old has a knack of getting into dangerous positions in and around the box. Furthermore, defensively, he is effective at breaking up play and disrupting opposition moves in the press. He has a very good work ethic to match his technical ability. One area of concern for Christie is his decision making, however, but under the right coach, that could potentially be put right. Moreover, the quality of the league is something that needs to be taken into consideration. However, with Kieran Tierney doing so well since his move from Celtic, could Christie be another Scotsman worthy of a move to Arsenal? With Christie and Celtic's form fluctuating this season, the Scottish club might see this as a good time to cash in on him. Christie's yet to extend a contract that expires in the summer of 2022. Although as of right now there's only been rumours about a potential move to Arsenal, keep an eye out for Christie. Arsenal may just see him as a last resort option, in which case a move for him may formulate at the very end of the window. Option 4. Martin Ødegaard. Just a few days ago, it was reported by The Athletic that Arsenal were among the clubs in talks over signing Martin Ødegaard on loan from none other than Real Madrid. It is believed that Edu instigated negotiations for the 22-year-old last week, and that Arsenal are now facing competition from Real Sociedad and Ajax. Just last week, it was reported that Zidane had approved Ødegaard's exit on loan, with a Norway international keen to play first-team football. Just recently, it's been reported by Fabrizio Romano that Ødegaard is expected to consult with his family and make a decision on where he will move soon, with Arsenal's offer high up on his list of options. Ødegaard would fit right into Arteta's current system, as the 22-year-old is renowned for his ability to play key passes, dribble, and bring others into the game. Without a doubt, the Norwegian midfielder would lift the burden on Emil Smith-Rowe and provide competition for the one they call the Croydon De Bruyne. With Premier League, Europa League, and FA Cup games approaching, there will be plenty of game time to split between the youngsters. A loan move could benefit both parties massively, with Ødegaard looking for first-team opportunities and Arsenal in desperate need to find a quality creative midfielder on the cheap side. Keep an eye out for Ødegaard, as this may just be the move Arsenal choose to make. All in all, with just over a week left in the transfer window, Arsenal fans should be satisfied with their club's current business. Offloading players on big contracts is not always easy, as we witnessed last summer, and credit has to be given to Edu for getting it done this January window. While the first part of business has now been completed, the Brazilian technical director has to deliver on the second part of business this window. Whether it is Brandt, Buendia, Christie, or Ødegaard, Arsenal need competition and depth in that creative midfielder role. If Arsenal to make a serious push for the Europa League, this next week will be crucial for reaching that goal. As we so fondly remember, the deal for Thomas Partey was completed in the final hours of the last summer window, and history could very well repeat itself this January. As Arsenal fans, let's hope it does, because it very well could define the rest of our season.